Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some amazing financial commentary together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you are entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So today we're going to listen to this, what is a good budget range for Christmas gifts, because I need to set my budget for this year, and I am currently self-employed, not making a lot of money, barely making it myself, so probably everyone's going to get less this year than they normally do for me, and I do not normally give a lot of money. So for myself, it depends on what your family is like. I prefer getting things that can be consumed, like tea sets and like tea leaf sets or chocolate. Or my brother gave me a really nice like fruit basket one year with chocolate and stuff in it. So basically, if I can eat it and consume it and get it out of my house, that's what I prefer. Or like snacks for my dogs because they eat so much and it's really helpful for me. But my mom shows love by giving gifts, and she's really thoughtful with it, and she does a lot of work towards finding good deals for things. So there are different things that you can do, and then some people go really, really off the rails of like, I'm gonna get all these designer purses and stuff, and that is so far out of the range of what I do. But let's watch Dave Ramsey, and he can tell us, because Christmas happens every year. So if you have a budget in January for Christmas and you set money aside, then you can go more extravagant because you have the money for it, because you've saved for it for months. Let's start.
Chelsea's with us in Reno, Nevada. Hi, Chelsea. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. My husband and I are on baby steps 4, 5, and 6, and we make pretty decent money and have a Christmas savings fund, but always feel guilty every year, like we never have enough saved after cash flowing life, and we end up going over budget every year. Some of our family is very wealthy and has everything and are always super generous to us, and others are normal and deserve nice things. So what's a healthy budget for Christmas?
Yours isn't. Because it's not working. Right?
Right. So, how do I determine, how much I should be allocating to each person? Gifts are my love language and a lot of my family's love language. It's always been a big deal, but it's just every year we just never.
Yeah, I gave up a long time ago. I told you what I like, what I normally do, and no one's ever said boo to me, but I just give everyone Amazon gift cards. I go on Christmas Eve, and I put in the same amount of money that I put in the previous year, and my brother started doing the same thing, where he would just give me my money back. And you know what? That's just fine, because gift cards and things like that go towards things I need, and then I can save up for the things I really want, because as an adult, the majority of what I want is too expensive to ask for Christmas anyways, if you know what I mean.
Seem to have enough, and it doesn't make sense.
I was a computer programmer when I was employed. I would just, if I really wanted something and it was cheap enough, or it was cheap enough, or it was high quality and I knew I was going to use it, whatever, I budgeted for it, I would just buy myself things throughout the year. I don't need Christmas to be able to treat myself, but now I'm self-employed, so I can't exactly do that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. When you say gifts are your love language, Chelsea, because I understand that. I love giving gifts. I love receiving gifts. To you, does the monetary value of the gift correlate with how much you love a person? Or is it how much thought is put into it? Or is it...
No, it's really the thought, but I do like to give things that they normally wouldn't buy themselves. To me, that's exciting to see them be excited about something nice.
Yeah.
Something that you like, but you wouldn't necessarily buy for yourself. I think one of the most used gifts I ever got was my sister got me the gotcha for Pokemon Go, and I'm doing this motion because I would wear the wristband around my palm, and for like 3 years I would just play it like during the day during work, and I used the crap out of that.
That lasts about 45 seconds, and the pain lasts till May. So, what
Well,
you're
we're not really going over it out of, like, we're not going into debt over it. It's just kind of how should we be planning, better throughout the year? Because we seem to set a dollar amount, but it goes out the window in a way, or doesn't
The
make
reason
sense?
it's going out the window is not the dollar amount. The reason it's going out the window is you don't know how to say no.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The dollar amount is really not the question here. It's how to make you all behave.
Yeah, I mean, budgeting without knowing what you want is difficult. And so having like a set amount in your mind, and well, if I was shopping for me, I would say like, oh, this is too much money. What else in my budget can I pull from to afford this, or can I put this in like my wish list and save up for it and buy it later? But this is gifts for other people, so I would just set a maximum amount for each person. My mom has like lists of everything that she's bought for people for Christmas, and she tries to keep it so that everybody that she's giving gifts to gets the same amount monetarily. Because like sometimes, like I don't know how your family does it, but like my brother wanted a gaming console one year, so me, my sister, my mom, like we all pitched in together and we gave him the gaming console as a gift from all of us, because we knew that he wanted it and he would use it, but it's just too expensive to ask someone to spend like $1,000 on you. So I would go for like thoughtful and like not the most expensive, but also like my aunt, she always takes note about how much others have spent on her, and then she just matches the same energy. So you might want to do that too, where it's like, oh, they gave me a $25 gift, I'm going to give them a $25 gift, unless you're poor and your friends are like millionaires and you can't do it, but then you go more thoughtful. But I agree with Dave and Chelsea about it's easier to talk yourself into these type of things than to talk yourself out.
Behave in relation to the dollar amount. So whatever the dollar amount you set that you're okay with, you just have to actually stick to it. It's a very different thing between knowing something and doing it, and you guys just have to do it. And to your point,
I think it's not only for Christmas gifts. This is like a larger behavioral issue of what you should be doing, and yet you do this other thing anyways. And we can all do all kinds of mental gymnastics to justify whatever we spend. But if you really have a budget, and there really is a limit to how much you can spend, if you go over, then you have to choose where you have to go under. There has to be a balance to it, a budget.
Chelsea, even if you want to come in under budget or make people, the love language of gifts, I get that, but you can do that in a very thoughtful way and stick to your budget, or even spend less than you are.
Yeah, so like if you find something that you like, just do some comparison shopping. Wait until there's a sale, get a coupon, or make something yourself that's similar. It just depends on what the person's into, what their interests are, what the actual gift we're talking about is.
And accomplish your goal of making your family feel loved at Christmas.
Yeah,
but you have to stick to it.
Christmas is not going to make or break a relationship. If it does, it wasn't a real relationship. Christmas gift giving is not going to, you're not going to give your family, which is not wealthy, or his family, which is wealthy, enough to change their lives.
Yeah, so it's kind of true. Like when you get too many gifts in one day, like with Christmas, it's harder to remember if something was special or not. And so I think a lot of the times, like I'm more excited about the gift than the receiver winds up being about the gift, which like is fine. But I just kind of laughing at myself because when I was in college, I think I was like a junior in college, one year I just gave people things back for Christmas, like things that I had just forgotten about and hadn't given back. I was just like, here's your stuff back. I'm so sorry, I'm poor. But my friends and I were never big, like, we never gave each other big gifts anyway.
And so this is just it's a gesture. It's a gesture. And I think you're putting too much pressure on yourself. And you're putting actually too much importance on it. And, I'm not against giving gifts. I believe in giving gifts. I'm not the Grinch. But you're telling us that this is creating emotional havoc for you. You feel like you have a financial hangover after Christmas is over because you feel like you regret your behavior. You've shaming yourself over it, and
Yeah, I agree with Dave on this too, that we tend to overthink and like if the other person, like I don't know, I've shaped up my relationships with everyone that if it's thoughtful and or a gift card or whatever, they're thankful or they don't say anything to me. So um people are more touched by the thoughtfulness, and I personally prefer things that like can be consumed, like you can make up a like a basket of things or do like the saran wrap with the coffee mug and put like Christmas things in it, and that way they're like, oh, this is nice, and then they can use it and then it's done, or bath bombs or whatever you want to do. But at this point you already have established the relationship with everybody in the family, so they all know you, so there's no pressure. You can give them whatever you want. But I think a lot of people, they really do enjoy the process of hunting and trying to find something that's thoughtful that they think the other person will actually like, even if the other person doesn't know that they like it yet. So like I see it, but you really do have to have a budget, and if it's more expensive, maybe put it on a wish list and buy everything else and then revisit it. Try to find it on discount. Can you like get it secondhand or something?
so really there's not a magic amount that says this is the proper amount for Christmas. The average family last year spent about $900, just to give you an idea. That's the average family budget.
How many people is that for? Because I don't spend anywhere close to $900, but it's just like I'm giving gifts to my parents, my siblings, their children, my grandparents. So the few friends that we do exchange things. Anyways, I think this video is ending. So budgeting around holidays is interesting because they happen every year, and yet most people don't budget and they don't stick to the budget, and like they don't save for it. But specifically this year, because I got fired in August, and then before that I was laid off in June, I decided to do like the online gaming things and the trying to get like some money that way, because I knew that I wasn't going to have a lot of extra money. And I just checked enough for a $25 gift card, which isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing. So you can do things like I was talking about yesterday with the beer money, things that are not necessarily worth your time. But if you have a tight budget and you don't want to dip into anything else, maybe you could start working towards giving yourself more money for Christmas. But I do, in this particular case, this caller is she's putting too much pressure on herself. And once you, like, the show Extreme Cheapskates really stresses me out because those people wind up going about things in such like an aggressively bad way and then spending more money than they need to. But once you have a budget and you know what it is and you respect it, it can be fun to go and try to get the best deal. It can be fun trying to think of ways to be creative on the cheap. So it's really everything about this is about mindset. Anyways, today on Financial Philharmonics, no, I'm broke. This is a dreamy pop jazz song. I think you'll like it. I like it.
No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. I get it. We wanna be kind, but until you're out of debt, you're going to have this habit.
There's not much to add to this, but yeah, when you're in debt or you have a budget, you're gonna have to have this habit.
Say it with me. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. Be generous with your time.
Be generous with your time. That means help people, make them food, get them, make them crafts, do really thoughtful things, volunteer to do experiences. And like that's something else that you could do for Christmas is give someone a coupon that says like we'll go to the park together or to the zoo or go to a movies or something like that. You can give people experiences as well as like consumable things, and that is also very thoughtful because most people don't need more stuff. But yes, be generous with your time because time is money, and if you don't have money, then make the time.
But got your money, draw the line.
Make a budget, stick to your budget, know why you're budgeting like that. Know, well, I really could do this, like fuzzy math. No, stick to it and get your debt paid down and live your life, and don't feel bad about Christmas presents.
Until you're in a place to give. Stay frugal, discipline, learn to live. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. Got it. No, I'm broke. Can't do it. Ain't got it. But your coworker forgot their lunch.
I was watching some kind of reaction video, and this person got into tens of thousands of dollars in debt doing Uber Eats, and she said oh, I would just pay for my coworker's lunch. I'm like, no. If you're going into debt, if you don't have enough money to feed yourself, don't pay for your coworker's lunch. Don't do that in general.
but your nephew wants a new game. No!
It's harder when it's your family and it's a kid, but I am of the opinion that, it's not the end of the world. They'll have to learn how to deal with disappointment at some point anyways. But if it's something like a game for a gaming console they already own and it's too expensive for you and it's too expensive for most of the people in your circle of family, maybe you all could pitch in and do a portion of the game, and that way they get the game, they're not disappointed, but you all didn't have to break the bank and, look good.
But your friend is down and out. No!
See, yeah, if you're going through your own budget and you're trying to go through your own debt journey, don't give your friends money if you need it. But if they need a couch, something that's free, and it's just your time and they need help, yeah, do it. This wasn't a very complicated song. So yeah, in conclusion, I can't tell you what your budget should be for Christmas. It should come from what money you've saved up throughout the year, what you normally do, what your budget can handle, and, is it enough that people won't feel shafted, but also not so much that it's going to totally destroy your budget and won't be able to pay rent next month. Don't do anything crazy like that. But it is interesting how people go so crazy for Christmas when most of the time you are basically you're making a bigger deal out of it than it really is, thinking too much about it. So let me know what your budget is for Christmas, and I will talk to you all later.